Why does the DC-designed Phantom require so much down-pitch trim to fly straight and level? This is a feature of the Phantom in real life, as well as in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The aircraft's unique aerodynamics, coupled with the position and angle of the engines, give the Phantom a strong tendency to pitch up as airspeed increases. The pitch trim gauge is here, on the lower left knee panel. Watch how the Phantom takes off, as this procedure is again identical to that of the aircraft in real life. Half flaps, a touch of up-pitch trim, maximum dry power, and release the brakes. Engage full afterburner, and pull the stick fully back. The Phantom's powerful engines will cause it to accelerate rapidly. As the nose rises, check its motion with the stick to around 10 degrees nose up, and wait for the Phantom to lift off. Gear up, flaps up by 220 knots, afterburners out by 300 knots. Use the stick to maintain a consistent climb attitude of around 10 degrees, and begin trimming to take the forces off the stick. This is how it was done for real, especially when the Phantom was heavily laden, and the DC-designed Phantoms respond in the same way in the simulator. The flight model was tested by an actual former Royal Air Force Phantom crew, both pilot and navigator, giving true credence to the aircraft's performance. Once at a cruise speed of around 450 knots, and in level flight, trim again, and the Phantom will settle as required. The Phantom is in fact a very easy aircraft to fly, and while it does have its vices at low airspeeds, it is a very stable platform, especially when in a landing phase and around the aircraft carrier pattern. When in flight, the Phantom is an energy fighter, and prefers to operate at higher airspeeds. During the Vietnam War, pilots often said that speed equaled life in the Phantom. At lower airspeeds, trimming up will be required to ensure that the airplane stays in balance, and this is often required during flight and especially in dogfights. The aircraft's CAS system does help to some extent, reducing the trim workload on the pilot, but generally the pilot should always have one eye on the trim gauge and another on the angle of attack indicator to avoid putting the Phantoms too close to an aerodynamic stall. In real life, below 250 knots, the Phantom would be vulnerable to departure spins if ailerons were used to roll the aircraft. Instead, rudder had to be used to roll. I have not included that feature at this time in the Phantoms, as many users would think that it was a bug. The same aerodynamic quirk affects many other aircraft, such as the F-16 Viper, but I would like to in a future update to add further realism to this classic jet. Thanks for watching.